thanks for clicking on Just Beast Fitness. I'm your trainer Jasper Bravo. Today we are training our chest. You know what? Chest is that one of the body parts that if a man has, he always just looks strong and powerful. And it's just one of those body parts that people see the first, right? So if you want to have an aesthetic body, especially for people who are natural, and you know what? You don't have to be so big for you to just look awesome, as long as you have a good 3D, huge looking chest. And if that is something that you want, and if you are somebody who's been working hard to make themselves have some decent looking chest, but it just ain't happening, then this could be the video for you. Maybe you're not having a good workout program, and if that's the case, this is just the video you need to follow. And if the issue is the diet, you know what to do, man. Just eat a lot of proteins, a lot of vitamins for recovery, and of course a lot of carbs if you're not overweight, so that you have strength in the gym and for that fullness of the muscles. Otherwise, if you're on a cut, of course you just need to train your chest really hard, do a lot of proteins, and you reduce on the number of carbs, because you don't want to get fatter, because carbs tend to increase the calories or the caloric take that you're going to have. So right now we're starting our workout, but of course we have to warm up our joints. You could be wondering why I use pull-ups for my warm-ups, and it's because I should just like it. Number one, it's an excuse for having an extra day training back, and secondly, I just like doing that. I like warming up my joints by doing the opposite. Personally, I usually do all my warm-ups start with pull-ups, except on the back day that I warm up using push-ups. So we're starting immediately, by the way, and you start with inclined barbell press. And as you can see, we're starting with very lightweight, and the reason for that is we just want to get the reps in. We want to make sure that on this first set we have at least 20 reps. Now this is 50 kilograms, so when I tell you that we're starting with light, we consider 50 kgs lightweight, but it depends with you. If you find 50 kgs too heavy, you can always start with 40, 30, or even 20 kilograms for your first set. What matters is on this program, we try to get as many reps as possible on the first set, so that we get the blood pumped there and the chest really screaming for its dear life. So we're doing a little bit of more reps, because we just want to make sure we get it to 30 reps on this first set. That's why you can notice that I just racked the weight up there and rested a little bit for a bit, like 10 seconds, and then I just went back and did another 5 reps just to get those reps into it. Now this is the second set, by the way, and in the second set we're going for 60 kilograms. No, this is 70 kilograms, by the way. And yes, we are also aiming again for the high reps with these heavy weights. So this is just the trick, by the way. Just try to go for those super high reps, and if your upper chest is the problem, try starting your workouts with the upper chest. If you do that with the inclined presses, that is, if you do that, you're going to see some crazy improvement in that part of the chest, because most of people, by the way, have a problem with the old chest, but the other people who just have a well-grown chest, but it's the upper chest that is lagging behind. And if that is you, I need you to start by doing your inclined presses. And as you can see today, I've started with the inclined barbell press. Personally, I don't have a problem with my upper chest really, but I just like always to switch around. Sometimes I start with the flat bench, sometimes I start with the incline, sometimes I even start with the declined presses. But right now I just wanted to start with the inclined, because number one, I know majority of you, that is the problem you have. Majority of you just find it difficult having a great upper chest, and that's why I had to do that. And also we're doing another male set, just resting for a few seconds and adding more reps onto the tank, because guess what, you always have something in the tank. You always have something left, by the way. Even that time when you feel like you have nothing left, guess what? You still have something left in the tank. So even when you think you've had your last rep, normally you haven't had your last rep, and the only way you can know that is rest for a few seconds, then try to go again, and then you realize that you still have something in the tank. Now going to the next workout. This is going to be declined dumbbell press. As you can see, we are starting with 30 kilograms, and here we are also aiming for higher reps. But now already the fatigue is starting to get in, because I'm telling you that just by doing that inclined chest barbell press, you already feel some crazy pump on the chest. If you do it as well as I do it, that is driving yourself all the way to failure. Do not fear getting to failure. Do not fear getting to failure, because in failure is where there is growth. That is where growth lies. That's where growth is found. Many people will tell you that you don't need to go to failure. Of course you don't need to. But why not go? Why not get there? Now that is the first set for the declined dumbbell press. And I immediately go for 20 reps, just so that I can have some drop set on this workout, because I just want to have as many reps as possible. And sometimes, because on this press there are very many ways you can go for extra reps. Like we realized on the first workout, we did the Mayo sets, and right now we are doing the drop sets. So somebody could be wondering, must you do all these? You don't have to, by the way, but why not? Why not just go all the way? I always try to push myself in each and every set. Why not do that? If you don't want to, it's okay, but why not? What do you think? How far will you think you'll get if you just did that? You don't need to just drop the weight when you feel tired. You can always go for the lighter weight and try again. Or you can always wait for 10 seconds and try again. Why not do that? So anything you have in your bank account or in your arsenal to make you just have an extra rep, or to help you get your intensity of workout to a higher level, why not just use it? Because why not? Because wait, if you do that, and if whatever I'm saying right now sounds weird, it's because maybe that's the reason why your chest ain't growing just yet. You're pushing yourself enough. Because if you're really pushing yourself enough, and you watch this video and you understand what I'm saying, chances are you're just going to have your chest grow. Let me come again. If you're watching this video right now, and it's telling you that you need to push yourself further, and it's telling you that you need to work out, then it's a sign that your chest just have been lagging behind because of lack of intensity. And that's what you need to go and add to your system, and wait for it for 3 months, and come back and check on a mirror, and you'll see your chest popping all out. You'll be passing around, and that lady that wasn't giving you attention suddenly will be turning her head when you pass, because that chest is now popping. This is a sign for you if you're watching this video. And again, if you're watching this video maybe and you like what you're watching right now, and you just want to grow your chest, and you want to continue going in this trajectory, then maybe you need to subscribe to this channel and like this video, because this is the type of content that I usually bring forward. Now this is the first set for inclined dumbbell flies, and I want you to see something. I want you to notice how I do my dumbbell flies. I get the dumbbells as low as possible, and when it comes up, I don't need to bring them together. That is not by accident. That is very deliberate, and the reason why I do that is because I just want to stretch that muscle really well. I want to stretch it all the way down, and I want it to be under tension the whole time. So the reason why I stretch it is because the most important part of the muscle during a movement is the stretched part. So you need to load it really well on the stretched part. That's why I go all the way down. And the reason why I don't get back together the dumbbells, and you see me leaving halfway then I go back, is because I want to keep the tension on the muscle throughout. You usually realize that past the midway, if you try to bring the dumbbells together, what happens is that you'll stop feeling the tension. And that is because when you do this, past the shoulder width, you notice that there's no more friction, or that you're fighting, because when you go down, you're fighting gravity, and that gravity gives you some sort of friction. It gives you some resistance, and that resistance is what you need to make that muscle find some tension. And it's the tension that sends the signal to your muscle that is asking it to grow. I don't know if I'm making sense. If I'm not, then you need to replay this video, come back, and just listen to it slower, because you need that for your muscles to grow. What I just said a few seconds ago is just what you need for your muscles to grow, if that's what you like, or if you want them to be stronger. You need your muscle to go under tension, and you want it to be stretched, especially under load. Now this is the next set for the inclined flies, and I want you to understand something too, that so far we've just done, this is going to be our 5th set of a workout. Now that was the 6th set, because we just did 3 workouts, and each and every workout we did 2 sets. And if you think that is too little, wait for the pump, and you'll see that that wasn't little. That one is enough workout if you really pushed yourself enough. Look at that. That is because we did the right amount of workout. Sometimes you notice that you're trying to work out, you stay in the gym for 2 hours, but there's nothing serious, that there's no serious pump that you had. That is because you just didn't push yourself enough in the sets, or you did not have enough number of reps, or each rep was not done to the optimal. So you need to consider all these things before you consider the amount of sets you need to have and how long you're staying in the gym. All these other things are more important. The number of reps, how you do the reps, and the time and attention when you do the reps, and the intensity in between the sets and reps is more important than the number of sets you do. But as long as you're having between as low as 2 sets per muscle group all the way to 20 sets per muscle group in a week, you're good. That is enough for you to grow. So which means if you're having 8 sets, 6 sets, 5 sets, personally I usually have 6 sets. The people who have 5, 4, the guys who have 10 sets, as long as throughout the week the total number of sets are in within that range, and you push yourself enough in each and every set, there's nothing you need to do differently, and you have the right form of workout. And if you've been following me, you'll notice that I give you perfect form for each and every workout, because I know it's the most important part of your workout. How you do the workout is more important than the load that you're using, the number of reps that you're going, and wherever in between. What matters most is just how you do each and every rep. I don't know if that thing is getting to you. If that is getting to you, and if you like all this, and if you want to grow such a body as mine, or even a better one, because maybe some of you look at me and are like, I don't want to look like that, you're too muscular. It's okay. There's some people also look at me and they're like, that is too little, I want more muscles than that, which is also okay. Whatever your goal is, and you want to do it naturally, and you don't want to use any PDs, and you care about your health and longevity, and you just don't want to look big, but you care about your aesthetics, then guess what? These are the things, these are the type of videos that I do, and such type of stuff that I just told you throughout this video, including your intensity, the number of sets you do. If those are the things that will make you grow, and if that's you, you need to subscribe, like, and maybe you could also press that bell, and let me see you on the next one.